Okay students, today I will explain about normal distribution. Okay, actually binomial distribution and Poisson distribution are discrete distributions, whereas normal distribution is a continuous distribution. Okay, today in our class I will introduce the concept of normal distribution and how probability density function is defined in normal distribution, and I will also introduce distribution tables. Okay, generally we will find out the probability by using the tabular values. Okay, in normal distribution, probability density function is defined as f of x is equal to 1 by sigma square root of 2 pi e power of minus 1 by 2 x minus mu by sigma whole square. Okay, the graph is given like this. Okay, this is x-axis, y-axis, x is equal to mu, mu is the mean, x lies in between minus infinity and infinity. This is bell shaped curve given by this function. Okay, in normal distribution we may ask to find the area under the curve, to find the probability between 2 points. For example, this is a point, that is x1, this is a point x2. Now we need to find out the area under this curve. We have to find out this area, okay, about this interval x1 and x2. Okay, that is the probability between x1 and x1. That is probability x1 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to x2. Okay, therefore in order to find out this probability, we need to find out the area under this curve. Okay, x1 and x2. But these values x1 and x2 may be very larger values. Then to simplify it, we will introduce sigma is equal to 1 and mu is equal to 0. Okay, we will fix sigma as 1 and mu is equal to 0, and x minus mu sigma is equal to z. Okay, then since mu is equal to 0 and sigma is equal to 1, z becomes x. Okay, now probability density function will be changed to the new function in terms of z, as f of z is equal to 1 by sigma square root of 2 pi, but the value of sigma is 1, square root of 2 pi e power of minus 1 by 2 x minus mu is 0, sigma is 1, x square, x is z square, therefore minus z square by 2. Therefore this is new probability distribution function. Okay, here mean is 0 and standard deviation is 1. Corresponding to this function, this is the graph. Okay, this bell shaped curve is given by this function. Okay, here mu is 0, z is equal to mu is equal to 0, z is also lies in between minus infinity and infinity. Okay, now write down these values x1 and x2 in terms of z like this. Okay, here z is given by x minus mu by sigma, therefore z1 is given by x1 minus mu by sigma. Similarly, there is another point given by this value x2, that is x2 minus mu by sigma. Therefore, for corresponding to x1 and x2, we will get two values of z1 and z2. Okay, now we need to find out area between these 2 points. Okay, Okay. Here remember that the area under this curve is equal to the area under this curve. Therefore, it is enough to find out the area between Z1 and Z2. Okay, that is probability when Z1 is less than or equal to Z is less than or equal to Z2. These both areas are equal. That is, these both probabilities are equal. Therefore, instead of finding area between x1 and x2, which are larger values, we will find out the area between z1 and z2. Okay, but to find out the area under this curve between z1 and z2, we will use distribution table. Okay, let us solve a problem of normal distribution. Okay, in this problem, x is a normal variate with mean 30 and standard deviation 5. We need to find out the probabilities, that is, we need to find out the areas under the curve. 26 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 40, and second one is x is greater than or equal to 45. Now first let us find out the probability when x lies in between 26 and 40. Okay. Okay, we have to find out probability when x lies in between 26 and 40. Okay, in the given problem, given that mean is equal to, mean is 30, standard deviation denoted by sigma is given by 5. Okay, now let x1 is equal to 26 and x2 is equal to 40. Okay, now we will find out z values. We know that z is given by x minus mu by sigma. Now z1 value, z1 value is x1 minus mu by sigma. Okay, that is x1 value is 26. 26 minus mu, mean value is 30. 26 minus 30 by sigma value is 5. Okay, 26 minus 30, that is minus 4 by 5, which is nothing but minus 0.8. That is the value of z1. Similarly, we have to find out the value of z2 by using formula x2 minus mu by sigma. Here x2 value is 40. 40 minus mu value is 30 by sigma value is 5. 40 minus 30, 10 by 5, that is 2. Therefore, z1 value is minus 0.8, z2 value is 2. Okay. Therefore, probability between 26 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 40 is equivalent to probability between minus 0.8 less than or equal to z is less than or equal to 2. Therefore, instead of finding the probability for this interval, it is enough to find the area under this curve. Okay, the probability between minus 0.8 and 2. Okay, but to evaluate area under this curve, we will use distribution table. Okay, let us identify these 2 points on this graph. Okay, minus 0.8. Suppose that this is minus 0.8. Okay, and 2. This is 2. Okay, therefore we need to find out area under this curve. We have to find out the probability between minus 0.8 and 2. Here z is equal to 0. Z is equal to mu is equal to mean, mu is equal to 0. Therefore you can write down this probability as probability minus 0.8 is less than or equal to z less than or equal to 2 as probability between minus 0.8 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 0 plus minus 0.8 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 0 plus from this value to this value from 0 to 2. Okay, that is 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 2. That is we are separating this interval about 0. Okay, but this graph is symmetrical. Okay, therefore instead of minus 0.8 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 0, we can change this interval into positive side, that is 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 0.8. This is because the graph is symmetrical. Therefore this distance is equal to this distance, and the probability for under this curve area under this curve is equivalent to area under this curve. Okay, plus probability when 0 is less than or equal to z is less than or equal to 2. Now it is from 0 to 0.8. It is from 0 to 2. Now we will use distribution table. Okay, this is called normal distribution table or z distribution table. Okay, 0 to z. Okay, there is a value of z. We have to find out area under 0 to z value. Okay, here now probability in between 0 and 0.8, that is from 0 to 0.8, 0.8, 0.80, 0, 0.80, 0 is the decimal point, 0.2881. The area between 0 and 0.8 is given by 0.2881 plus the probability between 0 and 2, that is 2.0, 2.0, 2.0, 2.00. Okay, 0.4772, 0.4772. Okay, on summing up these values we will get 0.7653 for probability when 26 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 40 is given by 0.7653. Okay, now let us go to second problem. Second problem is probability when x is greater than or equal to 45. Mean mu is equal to 30, sigma is equal to 5, and z is given by x minus mu by sigma. Now here is the value x1. x1 is equal to 45. Okay, we have to find out the probability when x is greater than or equal to 45, that is area under the curve from 45 to infinity. Okay, z1 is given by means x1 z1 is given by x1 minus mu by sigma. Here x1 means 45 minus mu means 30 by 5, that is 45 minus 30, 15 by 5, that is 3. That is, we have to find out probability when z is greater than or equal to 3, which is equivalent to probability when x is greater than or equal to 45. Okay, in the graph, let us identify z is equal to 3. For example, this is z is equal to 3. Okay, given that z is greater than or equal to 3, that is this area, we need to find out this area. Z is equal to 3. We have to find out this area from z is equal to 3 to infinity. But in the tabular values, we have the areas from 0 to a fixed value. Therefore, total probability is always equals to 1. Therefore, this total probability is 1. This value, this area, left side area is 0.5 units and right side area 0.5 units. Okay, this area is 0.5 units and this area under this curve area is 0.5, under this curve area is 0.5. Okay, therefore total area on the right side of y axis is 0.5 units. Okay, therefore to get area under this curve, that is probability when z is greater than or equal to 3, we have to subtract area between 0 and 3 from 0.5. Okay, we have to eliminate this area, we have to eliminate this value from 0.5, then we get remaining area which is required. That is, we can write down probability when z greater than or equal to 3 as 0.5 minus probability when 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 3. Okay, probability when 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 3. Now 0.5 minus 0 to 3, that is 3.0, its value is 0.4987, that is the area under this curve is given by 0.4987, 0.4987. Okay, this value is given by 0.0013. Okay, this is the area under this curve, that is when z is greater than or equal to 3. Therefore, probability when x is greater than or equal to 45 is given by 0.0013.